Hello YouTube and welcome to the Indie Evolution channel. My name is InGamer and today we're going to be playing a free-to-play turn-based strategy game developed by Cliffhanger Productions called Aerena: Clash of Champions. This game was developed, like I said, by Cliffhanger Productions. They have done a couple free-to-play games. Jagged Alliance 2 is the one that pops to mind as maybe something that's a little similar to this, but not really too similar. They're also the team behind the upcoming Shadowrun Online game. You can check my list of videos and you can find a little bit of information about the Shadowrun Online game. That's also a turn-based. That's a turn-based, more of an MMO style game. This is kind of a turn-based strategy battle arena. And this essentially is where you go for the games. You have different areas you can visit here that do different functions. It is free to play. I know there's always a question with free-to-play games. Is this kind of a pay-to-win deal? I don't think it is. So far, I haven't seen anything that you can't earn with just the regular in-game currency without using these special Aether coins that you have to pay real money for. But again, this is a, there has to be some advantage to it, or else why would people pay for it? And this is how the company plans on making their money. Obviously this is a fast track. For a few pennies, a few bucks, you can fast track your way to bigger, better champions. Not necessarily bigger and better, but a wider variety of champions. And we'll get into a wider variety of vessels. And we'll get into why that's important maybe a little later on in some other videos. Right now I only have 3 champions at my disposal. And 2 of them come in the form of a trial. Okay? And one of them is one that I purchased using my in-game money. Initially, when you start the game, you will have Crank, Bloody Mary, and Aurora as your free champions. As your trial champions, rather. And then, after a while, they'll ask you to pay for their services. At which time, I said no. I'm not that into the game yet. And then it gave me these other 2 as trial champions. Well, everything in this game has a time limit as well, because it does keep play.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, today
fairly
live another exciting battle for Ether, and here are the fearless combatants.
Okay, and now we're waiting for our opponent to spawn. This is basically the opening rounds of the game. Bug is the most annoying character in this game. I really do honestly hate the Bug.
Uh-oh, it's the Butcher. Ha-ha! Bloody Mary!
Bloody Mary! The reason I hate the Bug is because he can actually damage you from any point on the board. And he doesn't need line of sight or anything. He just automatically takes 1 health from whoever you have. And he's a fast little jobber.
Lady Aurora.
So you kind of have to, in a way, dedicate one of your champions to getting him out of there. So he is a nuisance character, really, in my opinion. If you notice, there are special squares on the board here. Each one of these performs a function. And there you see the Bug, just zaps you out of kind of nowhere. So he is a royal pain in the keister. kind of get him in position. Not really a lot I can do with him right now, except continue to build up his points. And this team he's bringing out right now has a lot of range, as you can see. And this is kind of my damage dealing character, so I guess I will go after her first. Most attacks in this game, ranged attacks do 1 damage. Melee attacks do 2 damage. The corporal here has the advantage that his melee attacks can do 3 damage. So that's kind of a bonus for having him in the fray. This dwarven character here, he's very slow, but his main advantage is the fact that he can do higher damage in certain situations. His second advantage is that he has higher hit points than most of the other characters. This character here, I always have trouble remembering their names. The Butcher, his main advantage is this hook pull, which we're about to use, and we're actually going to pull her right onto the instant death square. And we'll say goodbye to her. The good thing about that, champions do respawn, but she actually just lost a turn now. So they will get a kill on one of my guys and I'll lose a turn, and you'll see these ships here lose hit points, and when the ships are out of hit points, the game is actually over. And your ships are also constantly building power. Oh, that was actually kind of a waste of that power, really.
The corporal. 10 hut.
So this is a pretty even match right now.
Lady Aurora.
I have a little bit of an advantage in the ether category. And we're just going to finish off old Bloody Mary here. This is his special attack, which will do 3 damage. And the special attacks are well animated. It's kind of a nice little feature in the game. Every time you do kill a champion, if you notice, you actually give their team 1 more ether for their ship.
Scorching. Hot.
Okay. So he's trying to actually keep pace with me here.
Uh-oh, it's the Butcher.
You know, he's going out of his way that every time I get a kill,
It's Steel Fist Crank.
he wants to be able to match that with a kill of his own, which is a smart strategy. Okay. So we'll move him forward. And I'm actually going to use my ether here to do an instant kill.
Making some personal space with Shockwave.
And that'll allow me to go to this square in my next turn with him and hopefully pick up some personal aether. Each character has aether and the ship itself has aether. Oh no. Okay. I can do 5 damage to him, or I can actually try to... I guess I'm just going to take the 5 damage against him and they'll kill this guy next round. You know what? I'm not going to take the 5 damage. I'm actually going to try to save my character here. Oh, I missed it. And we'll get the ship. And again, he has a guy standing in a really bad position. So we will hook and pull him to the insta-death square. Goodbye, sir. Thank you for playing. So we're kind of taking a little lead here, but you're never safe in this game. Because the more you kill their champions, the more power they get to use their high-level ship attacks against you. So really it's about balance, and it's about forcing them to use a lot to do very little to you is really what a lot of the game comes down to. And now that we've got him close to their ship, we can really do some damage. I mean, she'll be able to hit me, and she will probably kill him. Actually, she may not kill him. She will probably kill him over the course of rounds. But I'm going to knock her back into the fire, and then I'm going to turn around and nail their ship. So it's actually time for this guy to go. He's kind of run his course. But we will get his big damage attack off one more time against the bug.
It's Steel Fist Crank.
Ooh. Let's see. Where do I want to go here? Go get the power. And then we're going to head here, and we're going to force him to move that bug. Because if the bug kills him, then it'll let us pull the bug in our next turn. And that is something we would like to do, because the bug will die from that attack. So now he's got to make a decision with the bug. And now we have to make a decision with this character. Potentially we could do 5 damage to his ship and probably end the game. And that's what I'm going to do. You know, he let me get too close to his vessel. Actually, we're going to take her back a peg. So she suffered the damage from the hit and the damage from my strike. But unfortunately, he will die this turn. I probably should have hit the ship again, because if I did, I could have used this and actually ended the game.
The corporal.
With another 3 damage to their ship. Okay, we'll get rid of the bug here. And we will get rid of their next champion to eliminate their next turn.
Scorching.
Oh, wait, that was only 3 damage. Oh, my mistake.
Ha! Bloody Mary.
And I could have actually ended the game with this. Oh, wow. I am playing very poorly. I want to force him to move if he's going to come after me.
Stomping. Light 'em up like it was Christmas.
If I can get to the corporal's turn again, then I pretty much end the game. Because even with that kind of devastating attack, we're going to go ahead and take another 2 points from them with an insta-kill here. So as soon as the corporal comes back around now, that ship only has 1 health and we will finish the game there. Everything he's doing now that isn't involving the corporal is an act in futility. We could have ended the game 3 rounds ago, but I made a couple errors and I wanted to show you guys a few things. This is really a good and it's an entertaining game though. You know, and it also gives me one of my favorite things in a turn-based strategy game. Kind of this period of time where I just wane on about how great my strategy was. The so-called victory lap, you know. Now that my opponent has been defeated. And he'll get to place his champion here.
Lady Aurora.
Okay. And this time we will just go right at the ship. Boom, boom.
What a victory!
And down they go! Alright, so, you know, that's a little bit about how the game plays. It's kind of, everything is timed. So I'm probably going to do a video where I put a bunch of clips of me playing together, and then I'll talk more in depth about the game. But basically that's it. I mean, there's another game that used to be like a browser-based game where you would pick an alien and you would actually play like 4 teams to a board. I can't remember what that was called, but it was a really great, addictive, turn-based strategy game. This kind of reminds me of that kind of thing. The setting is really nice. The graphics are colorful. You can tell that this does make concessions to the mobile device community. I think this is probably mainly intended for the mobile device community, as so many, you know, we're seeing more and more PC games that are in that direction. This could have been a Flash game. This could have been, you know, done in different formats. This is the format they did it in. It works, and it's enjoyable. I haven't paid 1 penny for this game yet, and let me see if I can. Oh wow, bait and switch. I had another guy. He was using this thing against me over and over again. Unlock the ship, the Packer. Great. Okay. So that's a little bit about the game. Just give you a quick play scenario, and these are just different utility buildings that you can use. You can generate new shells, which are these special attacks that you do from your ship, and you know what they're planning on doing with these other areas on the map. How you unlock those, I don't really know yet. But this is something, there's really no reason not to check it out unless you're just diametrically opposed to the setting or to the game itself. I mean, you know, it's a free game. You get into the game for free, and the free champions that you get to start with are perfectly capable team. The last player that you saw me just defeat, he was using those stock 3 champions that you get at the beginning. You earn more champions as you go without paying money. But the actual initial team they give you when you start playing has a very good, I know that guy lost, but they have a very good, not symmetry really, but if you use them to work together, they're a very good team, very strong team. So that's it for this video, guys. I just wanted to show you Aerena. I'm not sure if that's Aerena, what it is, but it's a good game, and you're gonna have fun playing it, man. So, you know, if you get a little time, don't forget to check it out. Indie Evolution channel and gamer. Take her easy.